Already know. First of all, we ain't got no tight.
A lot of ladies, man. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Even
flex,
me, I got
no flex zone, nigga. You know what time it is. Go back and crazy.
I'm telling you, look, no tight.
I just want a picture.
You gotta be that one for me to use this right here. It's lit. You gotta be that one.
Listen, I promise you, I'm not gonna let y'all down, man. I just want to take a picture of my
The video.
Oh, yo, come on.
The video.
Oh, yo, come on, man. You already know. First of all, we ain't got no tight.
A lot of ladies, man. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome back to the channel, We the People TV, where the streets talk and we listen. I need y'all to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We got Cam'ron back in the news. So allegedly his pink horsepower landed him in some trouble.
As you guys may or may not know, he sells a male enhancement product by the name of Pink Horsepower. Now, you take this product and it's supposed to keep you hard, keep you strong, and keep you stroking your lady out all night long. And toting this product for almost 6 years now. Okay. And he has officially been sued. There's a lawsuit against him, against his attorney, and against the actual company himself. Now, when
Hit that like button, y'all coming in. Share this video, man. Share this live. Hit that like button.
I went to the trademark website, Cam is the only owner of the trademark. Okay. And when you actually look and see where like the trademark is registered to a New Brunswick, New Jersey address. So this is Cam's product all day long. Even though behind the scenes, Cam trying to act like this is not his product, it ain't his, and actually it's his business partner's product, and he just is like the face for it. No. This is Cam's all day long. So a customer, who we're gonna refer to as KB for the purposes of this video, KB said, you know what, man, I need some male enhancement in my life. I need something to keep me hard, keep me long,
Now we got KB. He did a interview with Doggy Diamonds. Shout out to Storm Monroe for that. But we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this Storm Monroe. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Miss TV. I'm on the phone with what's your name for the people?
KB.
KB. And KB, you reached out to me because you have a pending lawsuit against Cam'ron Giles and his brand Pink Horsepower, as well as his attorney, right?
His attorney, Matt Middleton, correct.
Okay. So let me start from the beginning. You sent me some evidence, so it's not like you're just shooting from the hip. You sent me some evidence. Take me to the beginning. So how did you come in contact with no, why are you suing him? Let's say that. What is the lawsuit about? Why are you suing him?
Well, I'm suing, well, there's two different forms of lawsuits. There's a defamation against Cam'ron, his attorney, and a unknown person named Sophia McConnell, who's supposed to be legal counsel, who we've recently found out doesn't even exist as a person or a licensed attorney in New York or New Jersey. So pretty much a fabricated individual.
Okay.
That they sent over to journalist Storm at Roll for a write-up that he did, and he found out that this person didn't exist. So that's a defamation claim that's in the Superior Court in Fulton County, Georgia. And then there's a pending federal claim in the Northern District of Georgia for misbranding, FTC violations, some FCRA things, some adulterated product allegations at a federal level, because I purchased the product in the state of Georgia, and it was transported from New Jersey, where the company operates.
And the product you mean is the Pink Horsepower. That's what you purchased.
Yes, the pink. Yes, sir. The Pink Horsepower, that I ordered, the liquid that I ordered from Cam'ron's website for Pink Horsepower.
Now, for everybody that's coming into this live, hit the like button, share this live. We got a guy named KB. He is, I guess, allegedly suing Cam'ron because he had some complications while taking the pink horsepower drug?
Okay, so how did you learn about pink horsepower?
I saw the advertising on his show. I'm a sports guy, and I saw it on the Is What It Is podcast with him and Mace. And I also had seen it advertised on the Breakfast Club and a few other Gilly and Wallow. I had saw it advertised a few places, but primarily on the podcast with Mace. Okay,
so you see the product and you like, I'm a give me a nice young lady to come over and I'm gonna get it. So you ordered it. How much of it did you order?
I only ordered one serving.
Okay.
I think I can't remember. I think $40 or so, just the one individual. I want, you see the celebrities trying it. Obviously I'm not I don't want to say dumb individual, but you kind of give a little bit of credence to when you see Cameron and 50 Cent and Diddy and all these people trying it. You say, hey, it's supposed to be natural. Let me see how it works.
Got you. Okay, so you order it. How long did it take to get to you?
You know what? I don't remember how long it took. Maybe a couple of days. It wasn't that long. So the shipping didn't take a long time, but it was I think I sent you a picture. The jar, the plastic jar that it was. You could see it was pretty beat up when it arrived.
Right.
So and I'm not saying that was their fault per se. Because you're shipping through the post office, so who knows what it went through, but. That was probably the universe telling me you probably shouldn't be taking this stuff.
So let me ask you something. The picture that you sent me, it just came like that. And what, shrink wrap or something like that? Like what was it didn't have a actual cardboard box around it. It was just this bottle in shrink wrap or something, I guess.
It came in a small bubble wrap.
Okay.
With nothing around it. There was like a little plastic seal around the actual top.
Okay.
But in terms of protecting the product, no, it's in a pouch, a small bubble wrap pouch is what it arrived in. So no box or nothing like that. Yeah, nothing like that.
Okay. So
like who really buying these type of products from people online like this? Like this is something that dealing with male enhancement and you really trusting somebody online, like literally.
You ordered a product. When you went on the website, did it have anything that says any disclaimer on it? Is there anything that says, hey, do not use if you're such and such? Does it because what I want to know is if you're ordering a product, does it have even the ingredients on it to tell you what's in it?
Well, on the bottle itself, it states natural ingredients allegedly of what it is in the bottle, what's inside the bottle. But unbeknownst to me, until after, I got injured and got an attorney involved and people started kind of telling me, how the product is supposed to be labeled, I found out that it's something called mislabeling, where a product such as a supplement like this or any supplement, dietary, nutrition, whatever it is, even though it's not FDA regulated per se, you still have FDA regulations you must abide by.
Gotcha.
So what it means is that the FDA is not, quote unquote, chasing down and saying, hey, you have to have this for every person who makes or distributes a supplement. They give you regulations that you must comply with. And come to find out, they didn't do that. So when I went to the hospital, they couldn't tell exactly what was in it because it didn't have the percentage or the amount. So if it said ginseng, it didn't list it. And it's supposed to say 20% ginseng or this amount of milligrams or whatever that measurement is. It's supposed to tell you for each ingredient, not just say ginseng and turmeric. That's not regulation. That's not enough for exactly my type of situation. If something happens adversely, there's someone from a medical perspective, or maybe an investigating body like the FTC or whomever investigates that type of stuff, FDA, excuse me, they need to know what's in that and how much.
So what I'm asking you is, did it say anything is in it? It just said natural ingredients. Did it say that anything is in it?
No, it did list some of the ingredients, but I believe it also said proprietary blend, if I'm not mistaken.
Right,
I don't have the bottle anymore. I sent it to the lab, so I believe it said some of the ingredients like ginseng, turmeric, such and such. And then I think it said like a proprietary blend, which could be anything.
Got you. Okay, so you take it, and I guess you about to get lucky. And this is October 17th of 2025. What happened after you took it?
Yeah, I took it. I was at my office, and I was planning on having some fun later on, and I took it. And a couple hours later, I started to get like a really bad headache, like stuffy nose, and like my head was starting to hurt. And I'm one of the old school guys, drink some water, see how you feel. And progressively, things started getting worse. My heart started beating really, really fast, like heart palpitations. I was feeling dizzy when I was walking. Excuse me. To the point where it kind of got me scared. To the point where my office isn't far from the emergency room in Buckhead, so I just drove myself to emergency. I was going to call the ambulance, but I didn't want to cause a big scene, so I just kind of buckled down and just got myself to emergency, and they immediately rushed me back there because when I told them I had chest pains, I was having chest pains. I guess that's like a red flag for them. And when I got back there, my blood pressure, I think I sent it to you, the ER visit. My blood pressure was so high that they immediately start putting me on like the EKG machine and putting all these, stickers and tubes or whatever all over me and stuff. And yeah,
your blood pressure actually was 161 over 91. Yeah, your blood pressure was pretty high. Your heart rate also was very, very elevated at that particular time. So you took it. Did you take the recommended dose of it? Because I guess it's a bottle. You drink the whole bottle. How much of it did you take?
I actually took less than. I took about 80% because the taste was so bad. It was like a really bad taste. And after looking at some of the other reviews and other complaints people had, some people had said that they had tasted Viagra before, which I've never tasted. And one guy online, he stated, and this is I'm reading from online, he stated that it tasted like Viagra. I had never tasted Viagra, but I didn't know what that taste was. But it was a very, very bitter taste to the point where I was like, I don't want to drink all of this because it was so bitter and so bad.
Got you.
Yeah.
So
people gotta understand, it's all about $1 out here. Everybody trying to make $1, so you can't trust everybody.
So you drink it. You go to the ER. Where was their findings? Because I'm looking at everything. They had to. So the EKG, if I'm not mistaken, stands for echocardiogram. It could. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I think that's what it stands for. What was their findings?
I'm not a doctor either. I'm a medical doctor, so I don't know what the terminology is for them to for me to say what everything meant, the acronyms, the EKG, and so forth and so on. But I only can go by what was on there and what they told me. They asked me had I taken anything, and I told them exactly what it was, the pink horsepower. And what they did was they put up they pulled up online I guess they Googled it because they have computers right there in the ER. And, they saw that it was supposed to be for male libido and supplement. And they were looking to see what exactly was in the product outside of just the listed ingredients, meaning how much. Because they were saying, well, what did you take? And they said, kind of what you just asked, how much did you take? And I said, I just took the doses that they sent me, and I didn't even finish it all. And what the nurse said was that my symptoms were very similar to what they see when people come in from reaction to taking Viagra or Cialis or some of those prescribed male enhancement products.
Mhm.
Now they did say it had Cialis in it. Now, that's what they said. Now, Cam, what's going on, Cam? What you got going on, Cam?
Said it was identical to what she's normally seeing from that. And that's when the red flag kind of went up, like, what the hell, excuse my language, what the hell did I take?
Right.
So, yep.
So I guess you go to triage, they treat you, they release you. So at what point did you get in contact, or how did you get in contact with did you get in contact with Cameron at all, or did you, the lawyer, how did you get in contact with his side?
Well, what obviously I gave it a day or two to kind of let my body calm down. My heart still was beating crazy and so forth. Not as bad, obviously, they wouldn't have discharged me, but I still was not feeling myself. So I just looked them up online to answer your question. I went to their website, and there essentially was no contact information. And typically you're going to have like a contact us, or an email address, something. There was absolutely nothing. It was a very, elementary type website, just, basically selling the product. So I reached out to a fraternity brother of mine, and I asked him, could he find out any information about the website of the company?
Mm-hmm.
And he was able to, I guess through doing his due diligence, locate an attorney who represented Cameron and was listed as the attorney of record for his trademark for Pink Horsepower. So I guess what he did was he looked up Pink Horsepower and find out who registered the name and could be attorney. And that's how we were able to initially get in contact, by looking up who, was the owner of Pink Horsepower. And it came back, it was Cameron Giles, who's the sole owner of the trademark and the company Pink Horsepower Incorporated.
Understood. So when you said initially you went on the website, you're talking about you went on the Pink Horsepower website and there was no contact info.
Correct.
Okay. So when you reach out to the attorney, did you reach out to the attorney initially?
Wait a minute. So they had a bogus website? They had a bogus website, and the contact information was fugazi.
Or did you get an attorney to reach out to the attorney?
No, I didn't get an attorney at that point.
Okay.
At that point, I was just trying to, find out what was in it that I took.
Okay.
And then I wanted to have a conversation about my hospital stay, and they were going to take care of that and let them know what I just went through, and that they need to know that their product had caused me harm and it could cause other people harm. I really and truly was trying to get them to understand that they have something on the market that has harmed someone, and they need to be, they should have the ability to contact them, and I shouldn't have to, jump over, hoops and so forth just to be able to reach them. I knew once I found out, that it was actually his company, I'm like, okay, this is a black man, he's a hustler, he's an entrepreneur. I'm not trying to, do nothing too crazy, but he does need to, kind of get it together the way that he's running it. And that's initially was my intent. I think you heard the audio where you hear me tell them, his attorney, Matt Middleton, that they need to put certain things in place moving forward. Even after they offer me a settlement, I told them, moving forward, in addition to you offering me a settlement amount, you all need to do things and put things in place to help individuals who may have other issues. And
now, y'all know what that means when they issue a settlement. They know they was in the wrong. Cam, what do you got going on over there, Cameron?
His response was, I agree. This has been an eye-opening experience. Verbatim, quote unquote.
Right. So
that
wait.
was my initial
So obviously it went bad somewhere. Where did it go bad? Because you didn't receive the settlement and you didn't in your head.
I turned the settlement down.
Okay.
Because the way that Matt Middleton started speaking to me was so disrespectful. And because, I was trying to have a conversation as a black man to him, the representative of Cameron, and just trying to, say to him, listen, it's not all about the money. You guys can't just chase the money. You got to have some corporate responsibility. You have responsibility. You're putting this stuff out in the market. And I'm just trying to have a conversation and saying, listen, I have some family who are famous. I know some people who work in high places. You guys can't do this. And literally was shutting me down and talking over me and being disrespectful to me and telling me he didn't want to hear it. And I just thought, oh, okay, you guys don't really care. That's my opinion.
Right.
You just want to push this under the rug. As he said, I don't want to misquote him, but it's something to the effect of, how do we not, let this get out of hand? Something of that nature.
Right. So
and it was more than that to me.
Right. So obviously it got out of hand. So whereas you end up hiring an attorney and I guess explain that process.
Well, when things started to get out of hand and the disrespect, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
When Matt reached out to me, he didn't identify himself as an attorney. He said he was Cameron's representative. So I'm thinking this is just somebody from the company, personally.
Right. Okay.
I didn't know he was an attorney. Typically, an attorney's going to tell you, hey, I'm such and such's attorney. He didn't do that.
Right.
So, the credibility factor in terms of just the communication was already skeptical, and that's a red flag. So once I found out he was an attorney when I returned his call, I don't know, man, the whole, they were just acting like hoodlums to me, just not professional, just, so I really didn't have a choice because of the way that they were acting. I'm like, I'm not going to get into this type of back and forth with them. So I went and found an attorney who deals with these types of issues, a very competent attorney out of Alabama. He wasn't from the culture, and he was taken aback by a lot of the back and forth and the unprofessionalism that he had experienced per him. And they had some conversations and some back and forth in terms of negotiations, and we weren't just on the same page.
Got you. So let me ask you this, right? So, okay, let's break down the lawsuits that you filed. So you said you have one against Cameron and his Pink Horsepower brand, right? For the injuries and the sickness that occurred to you. Then you said you have another one for defamation. What is the defamation?
So, we'll start with the it's adulterated products.
Okay.
Misbranding.
Okay.
There's several violations that as a citizen you can't enforce, like FDA, but you can put them in the claim. So there's a whole list of violations or allegations against Cameron and Pink Horsepower in regards to, for instance, the mislabeling of the product.
Now, for people that's just coming into this live, please hit the like button and share the live. We got a guy named KB that was taking the Pink Horsepower that Cameron was producing. He said he has some complications. So he's suing Cameron, and we're going to get back into it. Hit that like button, y'all.
Okay.
You have not followed the proper procedures that the A requires. Also on the product, you're supposed to have confirmation for exactly a situation like this, an address, a phone number, a way for the consumer to reach you for exactly this type of situation. There's something else called a lot or a batch number. So you know how people have, how sometimes the government has recalls of products, food,
right? Aspirin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that from like aspirin back in the days, Tylenol and stuff like that. Got you. Okay.
so even non what do you call that, regulated, like aspirin and stuff, they must have like a lot number or a batch number so that if something were to happen, officials can go back and trace it back to where it came from.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So if you're making 10,000 batches of pink horsepower, and I say to you, hey, this made me sick, they need to be able to say, okay, what's the origin of the one that he took, right?
So they can recall that batch. That might be the bad
Correct.
batch. Not all of them are bad, but this batch was defective.
Exactly.
Understood. Okay.
Exactly. And because of they didn't have it, Matt Middleton would have said to me, well, we don't even know what was in it or what you took or so forth. Exactly.
Now, let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Why is people out here just taking random so-called male enhancement pills or drugs? We know that they sell these type of drugs in the local gas station, and it be people that buy it. It's people that buy it.
Stuff. Exactly. And again, going through all of this, I'm learning the terminology. It's called a chain of command. Or chain of authority, I think. One of the two, chain of command or chain of authority. And basically, when you're bottling this type of stuff, like supplements, you got to have like a chain of, this is the container it came out of, this is, you know, the batch number, the lot number, this is where it went to, so you know the authority of where it came. It's almost like a shipping label.
Right.
None of that they had. So when they say to me, well, we haven't had a lot of people who complained about the product. Well, one, your website didn't give any way for anyone to contact you and to file a complaint or let you know about a complaint. Two, there are plenty complaints online in some of these blogs and websites that's picked up this lawsuit and this story saying that they've had the same exact situations or conditions or experiences that I have. Headache, chest, bunch of people are saying it. So you're saying that you know or you don't think and all these type of things, but you can't even say for sure because you don't even have the records to show where this came from. And let's just say the batch that I took wasn't the other batches. How do we know what batch was what? Because you can't show it.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Okay, so that's against Pink Horsepower and Cameron. So is that two entities in one? I don't know, how does that work? Or is it, how does that work?
So yeah, you're a separate entity. As an INC, you're a legal separate entity, and Cameron being the only, another thing to answer your question, one of the things Matt said to me during the phone call was that, you know, he said, Cam doesn't even own the stuff. He's just the face.
So just imagine Cam just being the face and people buying it because of Cameron's face.
And that was wrong. With Storm and Rowe went and did the research and found out that Cameron is the only owner of the company and he owns the trademark. So his attorney wasn't telling the truth.
Understood.
And it's recorded. So they were trying to, you know, divert responsibility or accountability. But yeah, Cameron as an individual, as the CEO, sole member, he is responsibility for the operation of that company. And he's the only individual. And then the company itself is a separate individual. So they're both listed, him in his individual capacity, and the company itself is listed. And then we also are listing John Doe's for this person named Sugar Duggar, who we have his information that we're going to be including as well. We're just getting a little bit more factual information. He's the guy that Cameron is saying is his business partner on multiple podcasts and shows. He's the quote unquote guy that's running it, and quote unquote the guy that's running around Harlem selling it out the trunk and selling sweatshirts, Pink Horsepower sweatshirts, and selling the drinks out the trunk and selling them in stores in New York, which we've already been in contact with the Food and Agriculture Department in New York, who's doing an investigation. Retail establishments like Romantic Depot that's selling that product, which is unauthorized product to be sold because they don't have the proper labeling and they don't have the proper disclosure.
Now, this is Sugar Duggar right here, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all Sugar Duggar. Let me get my fat face self off the screen. This Sugar Duggar right here.
Sugar Duggar, man, to see all the Fleet Farms, you already see, man. My boy Compton, you got that horsepower in the BX, Harlem, Esplanade, wherever y'all want it, man. Get your dick card and get you some fly gear, man. You know what I mean? BX, you already know, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where we at? Wave World.
Wave World, man.
BX 149.
149 before you get to 3rd Avenue, Wave World, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Sugar
sir.
Duggar telling you to come, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I
Wave
mean?
World. Yes, sir.
Get you a shot.
Now that's Sugar Duggar. Now that's his business partner. They go way back. Let me get back into this. Shout out to my nigga Doggy Diamonds, man.
So they're looking into them, and a bunch of that selling it. So they're going to know now that they don't even know that they're already looking into them. And the New Jersey Department of Consumer Affairs has an investigation, and so does the FDA has an open investigation as well that they're just starting. That's just from the pharmaceutical civil side. From the criminal side, Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis, who indicted Young Thug and all those guys and YFN Lucci, she's opened an investigation into Cameron himself for selling the product that we found does contain, according to the lab results, contains the active ingredients in Cialis called tadalafil.
Wow.
So we paid for separate lab tests. We just got the results back. I think you have a copy of that too.
Mm-hmm.
And we waited until we had more emphatic, expanded information because we already had a test, but we wanted to expand it to a larger, what they call panel, because we didn't want to just be accusing something that we didn't have. And we had proof, but we wanted emphatic proof that this was not something they can wiggle out of because they weren't being transparent and haven't been transparent about what's in that product.
Right.
And the lab confirmed it. So once that information was confirmed, now you're selling drugs through the mail.
Wow.
You know, Cameron has bragged about selling it in Ohio and all these other places. You know, I'm listening to all this stuff now. I've heard of Cameron. I'm not a big fan, but I've heard his music, obviously. But when you go back and you kind of listen to it, as I'm paying more attention to it, he's done nothing but glorified drug selling for the majority of his career. Now, you would think that a person would only do that on record and wouldn't be irresponsible enough to actually do that in real life if the product that you're selling has come back through a lab showing that it has illegal drugs contained in it.
Only
That's
illegal,
literally drug selling.
but is it only illegal because it wasn't labeled? That's what you mean, right? Not because the drug is actually legal.
It's illegal because the drugs that were in the product that I consume must require a prescription.
Oh, understood.
Damn. So he giving out this type of drug like it's cool when you really need a prescription for this shit. Damn.
So okay, makes
Those
sense.
are pharmaceutical grade
Right,
drugs.
right.
That's not something like, it ain't ginseng.
Right. Understood.
So you have to be a pharmacy or a manufacturer like, you know, GlaxoSmithKline or Johnson & Johnson to make that stuff.
Understood.
You can't just get it and put it in a bottle. So yeah.
Oh, so now you also have so that's civil. Then you got criminal, so he could actually be charged and arrested for selling this pink horsepower. Is what you're saying?
There's a criminal arrest. There's already a criminal warrant application already been filed in Fulton County.
Wow.
I'll send that to you as well. Yeah, he has a criminal warrant application hearing coming up. His attorney Matt Middleton is aware of it. Matt Middleton has an attorney now. Bobby Daniels Jr., based out of Atlanta, young attorney, and Yeah, it's gotten very serious at this point. And again, I tried to tell them, this is, this attitude and the way that how cavalier you guys are acting. I'm telling them this is not the way to go with this. This is a serious situation. And they pretty much just ignored me. And they were, telling lies about my attorney not sending them documentation. Did you see that email?
Yes.
That they said that
I did see it.
they sent a false background report to another journalist, Storm Monroe.
Right. So that's where the defamation comes in at.
Correct. So
Okay.
they said during the negotiations with my attorney and Matt Middleton and his client Cameron, negotiations were breaking down around the holiday, and I told them that, listen, I just want to resolve it, but my attorney was insistent on a fair amount based upon the allegations and the seriousness of my hospitalization and what occurred.
Okay.
And we weren't coming to a mutual point of resolution. And because of that, the next thing that came out of the blue was a false background report that contained arrests and different allegations and stuff for people with a similar name to mine. I have a very common name, but they didn't do their due diligence. They just took whatever was on the report and sent it to my attorney and sent it to Storm and said, he's not a person of good character. Look at this. This is his background report. That's where they messed up. It wasn't me.
Right.
The only thing that was correct on there, the name, but even the middle names were different. And it wasn't one individual. They had several individuals' background history, which anybody with common sense could have looked at it and say, hey, that's not him. That's not him. These are all different people. But they didn't care. They just wanted to disrupt the negotiations and to disparage me any way that they could. So even after my attorney and I reached back out and said, hey, this is false and defamatory. This is not me. I've never been arrested here. I've never been here. I've never been to this city. This is misinformation and it is false. And we asked them for a retraction. They refused. Once they did it again to send it to Storm Monroe, that again is another form of defamation. Even after you've been notified, you said, so what? I'm going to do it again. So after Storm received that documentation, that false documentation, and he's a really smart guy, right? Really good journalist, just like yourself. He went upon himself and he reached out to Matt, and Matt had a person named Sophia McConnell respond to Storm. Okay? She's part of the defamation lawsuit as well, but we don't even think she exists. The reason why is when Storm went to look up Sophia McConnell, because in this defamatory email that they sent to Storm saying to not trust his credibility because of this report. Well, I'm gonna just say this real quick. One, the report they sent was false and it's not me. Two,
right.
Even if a person did have a background, let's say you went to prison for drunk driving or whatever, that doesn't negate the fact that your product harmed them. So how do you try to use a person's background to deflect from your responsibility, right? Which is to me is disgusting in terms of your accountability as a man and as a business owner. Stand on what you did. Stand on your unprofessionalism and your lack of corporate responsibility. You don't try to disparage somebody because you can't take responsibility. And when I started to look back at his behavior, the way that he's done Damon Dash and Jim Jones and anybody that he has an issue with, he tries to disparage them and make fun of them and leave them. That's his MO.
So because of that is why you're not really disclosing your name to me. Also, you said it was a time that they wanted to have a Zoom call with you and you were fearful of being made a mockery of. So you wouldn't do the Zoom call.
So after I filed the defamation lawsuit in Superior Court, we sent an email to them advising them, and out of the blue, Matt Middleton reaches out and says, my client would like to, and I'm paraphrasing, excuse me, would like to reopen negotiation settlement conversations, but he wants to do it via Zoom call. That was the weirdest thing to me as to why Cameron wants to do a Zoom call with me. Right. I'm a nobody from Georgia. Why do you want to see me on Zoom? You know why? You want to try and do to me what you did to everybody else and put up pictures with people with no teeth or people, you know, getting kicked out of their business, all the stuff that he tries to do. I said, I'll do a call with you, but I'll do it over the phone like a normal call, a normal conversation. I don't see the need of doing a Zoom. And that to me, and obviously speaking to, you know, people that, you know, I've been being advised by, that was a red flag, and everyone has agreed that they believe that he wanted to use that for nefarious purposes to continue the type of bullying and quite frankly, he probably would have tried to use it and put up on his platform, because in the email that you have, do you see where they say that please don't believe him? Right. He doesn't have credibility. And they said they will go to so far. We have our own Atlanta news. Can you please, do you have that? Can you read that? Yes. Hold on, let me read it for you. Let me read it for you out loud. It's crazy. They threatened to basically, go ahead and you'll see. It says, this is from Sophia McConnell, Litigation Counsel, Pink Horsepower Legal Department. And it has Sophia her email. I'm not going to put that out there. And it says, it's not even a real email. Right, but I don't know if it's legal to just give somebody's email, so I'm not going to do it. But it's definitely from somebody's email, and it says, given the source's background and the total lack of evidentiary support for his claims, we strongly advise against providing a platform for this story. Please be advised that our client is prepared to take all necessary legal steps to protect its reputation. Should these substantiated claims be published, we will engage our own media network, including news networks in Atlanta, to provide a full accounting of the facts, including the documented background of the individual behind the allegations. We trust this information will assist you in your due diligence. Best regards, Sophia McConnell, Litigation Counsel, Pink Horsepower / Legal Department. And it has the email. So yeah, that was it right there. And that was sent to Storm Monroe. So basically what happened was you did Storm had wind of your story, and they contacted him and said, don't even platform him, don't even take the story because he's a liar.
Now we're gonna get back to that. But we're finna get into this Storm Monroe real quick so y'all can know who Storm Monroe is. Because a lot of people don't know who Storm Monroe is. Give me 1 second.
He was strong. So he ended up ordering Pink Horsepower on a night where he planned on getting freaky deaky. And I'm gonna just put it this way, KB had several adverse reactions. He ended up in the ER, and when KB got to the ER, and the nurses and the doctors were like, well, damn, what did you take? Male enhancement, usually the active ingredients are like sildenafil, tadalafil. When you go to the doctor, you say, hey, I'm having XYZ, whether it's chest pains, your eyesight, low blood pressure, whatever. They say, what you take? Okay, I took this male enhancement. Okay, let us see the bottle. Let us see the package. As you guys know, not only are there like the official ones that are prescribed by doctors, there are the male enhancements you can go buy at smoke shops, liquor stores, gas stations, and all that. You see all the fellas around here taking the honey packs nowadays. That ain't nothing but male enhancement. So I
told y'all they sell them in the liquor stores and in the gas stations. You got to be a fool to be taking these products out of a gas station and a liquor store. Sad.
I say all of that to say, when KB went to the emergency room, let's just say when the nurses looked at what he had took, they couldn't even figure out what was actually in it, which left them at a standstill of like how to actually help KB and what to actually give him to help alleviate his symptoms, right? Because here's what happens, right? Let's say you take a male enhancement and your erection won't go down. Okay, they look at the bottle. They look at the milligrams that you took. They know what to do. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say you're having low blood pressure. Let's say all of a sudden your eyesight goes because yes, these meal enhancement products can take your eyesight away. All right. I'm talking about the ones that's prescribed. I'm not even talking about pink horsepower. So the doctors want to be able to look at what you took. Doctors need to be able to see what you took. Cam is being sued in 3 different courts. And currently, the New Jersey Attorney General's Office of Consumer Affairs is investigating Cam and investigating Pink Horsepower. Not any regulations. That's all.
This nigga's being sued in 3 different courts? Oh, hell nah. Damn, Cam, what you done got yourself into?
Almost. Let me keep going. Now, allegedly, the Pink Horsepower product is being packaged in an apartment in Harlem without any proper health conditions, allegedly, by Cameron's business partner named Sugar Dugga.
We all saw who Sugar Dugga was.
Damn.
Now, when you go to Sugar Dugga's Instagram page, you know what? I'm not going to comment on anybody's appearance. I'm just going to let you see Sugar Dugga, and then you can get an idea of what kind of person that is and what kind of business partner that is. All right. So move right along that. Now, the thing that was interesting to me is that Cam claims that he started this product at the beginning of the pandemic because people was at home and they had nothing to do but to hump.
Evan, where you were like, you know what? Because this is what I'm bringing next with the Pink Horsepower. Like, who was your market study?
For this situation, the pandemic. That's when I saw it. Like I said, it was on tour. Nobody was doing shit but fucking at home. And
Hey, hit that like button if y'all still in the building. Share this live.
And like I said, I knew somebody from Senegal who actually brings it in, and he was giving me some, and he's like, Cam, this is watered down. If you want the highest potency, we could go to Senegal. And I'm like, you serious? And I'm like, so I took the trip. And I seen how niggas is manipulating it on the boat, and how, because it's a lot of places who say, I got the shot, or they be like, I got Cam shit, we got the same shit. No, you don't. You are getting it from the niggas that's watering it down, bringing it over here, and we're getting the highest potency possible.
Let me ask you, because what was your favorite viral news network moment?
All right. But the pandemic started in 2020. Lockdown happened in March of 2020. So from March of 2020 to now we're in February of 2026, Cam had all of that time to make and to bring his company and his product up to standard and to make this shit legit. He wanted to sell this product and make this money and this, that, and the third. He didn't, and still after all these years is not moving like a true businessman when it comes to this product. Now, maybe he is when it comes to that podcast, but when it comes to this right here, this stuff right here, that's something different. Ron says that he has a nigga in Senegal where he actually sources this product from. So when I hear that, what I hear is you get the male enhancement stuff from Senegal, and then you just relabel it and repackage it, point blank period. Based upon what I've seen behind the scenes, I don't see no compliance. Hell, you look at the bottle, you can't even really, you don't even know what's in it, right? Whenever you sell a supplement in the United States of America, even if it's not FDA approved or FDA regulated or whatever, you have to list what's in it. You have to list what's in it. You have to list the amount, the percentage, etc. If you got a blend of stuff, there's a term called proprietary blend. You have to list that. Like whatever the other ingredients are, you have to enlist that. You have to list what's in it so people know what they're taking and what they're ingesting. Okay. So,
and you'd be surprised what's in this shit that these motherfuckers taking out here. You'd be surprised. To be that stupid to take something like that, you gotta be gullible. You gotta be gullible. All to get a 5 to 10 second nut off. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing here?
I just say that to say, when I looked at what Cam had going on when it comes to this Pink Horse product, I was disappointed to say the least. Okay, anyway, move right along. Now, back to the plaintiff. When the plaintiff actually went to the ER, right? Because I saw his ER paperwork. He had the following: blood pressure levels of 161/91, which when I looked that up, that's actually stage 2 hypertension. In addition to that, his pulse was 101, which is mild tachycardia. Anyway, he had an elevated heartbeat, and he had actually elevated into stage 2 hypertension, allegedly after taking the Pink Horsepower product.
Now we're gonna get back into KB, the person that actually went to the doctor because of these symptoms. We just wanted to let the people know who Storm Monroe was, because a lot of people don't know who Storm Monroe was.
And this is his
Correct.
information. Okay, understood.
So, but here's the thing. One, that was an implied threat that they sent, right? That was a threat that they were going to try and disparage me. You've already done so by sending a false report. And as I said before, I don't care what a person has done. People have the right to redeem themselves, right? Doesn't apply to me either way. But
Right.
for them to try to use that as leverage as to discredit a person shows a lot about how desperate they were, if you look at it. That's desperation. You claim that I'm an uncredible person. I think a high record is credible. I think a test result is credible. Did you look at the email from my attorney, Taylor Barlett, when I asked him, did he send the evidence that they said that in the letter, they never received any evidence. Did you see that? That
Yes.
was sent to Taylor?
Yeah, so it says
Can you please
to
read that?
Taylor at, and I'm not gonna, say but it is actually a law firm, and it says, Taylor, could you please confirm if you provided Matt Middleton with documentation of my ER medical records and PHP lab testing results? This information is imperative to address the aforementioned allegations by a defendant's legal representative of not receiving the aforementioned documents. Thank you. And it says, yes, I emailed them to Matt, and that was from Taylor.
So in their letter, they said they never received any evidence and I'm a liar. So they lied again. And this is what Storm pulled up.
Right.
So from what I understand, excuse me 1 second. I'm sorry, excuse me. From Storm doing his research, if you don't have to read the email, but you can confirm that the emails from this Sophia McConnell are Gmails and like a Yahoo.
It's a Gmail. It's a Gmail.
I've never met an attorney with a Gmail address. So when Storm tried to reply, it bounced back and saying, we can't find this email, which made him go down the rabbit hole and went to, I think, New Jersey, New York, wherever he went to look up, because every attorney is licensed. So
Right.
he went to each state and put in the name, and he couldn't find a license. You can't say legal counsel.
Right.
So the other thing is, you don't even have a website with a contact page at the time. When did you get a legal department?
Right. So, all right, all of this is pending. So
No. The lawsuit is filed. It's not pending. The federal.
meaning that's what I meant to say. Okay. So explain that to me, because I wouldn't know. Okay.
Defamation. Yep.
So the defamation, what's pending?
The federal, because we wanted to wait on the lab results.
Okay.
And then also we have been in contact with the FDA, and now that they have the lab results, that's a whole nother animal, because we wanted to wait. I could have simply just filed a complaint based upon, my hospitalization and what I went through. But when they started doing the things that they did to me and started bullying me and started making false lies and defaming me, I said, let's go. I don't care about the money. This is about respect. It's about accountability. And as they stated, they plan to try and, as they said, use their own news agencies and disclose. Where is it at? I haven't heard a peep out of them.
Right.
Because you know why? They know that everything that I'm saying is correct. Cameron has a big platform and a big mouth. He hasn't said anything.
So my next thing to
will.
you, so my next thing to you has been on your aftercare. Did you like, has this affected you mentally, anything like that? Like, because the litigation is kind of crazy, and I know you were, before I spoke to you, you were really anxious about being but being embarrassed, though. Like, you didn't want to be embarrassed by this. And did you go into therapy, anything like that?
I have a therapist, Dr. Jan, but here's the thing. As a black man living in Atlanta, heterosexual black man, I have a family. I don't want to be in the middle of this crap. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a public figure. I'm not an influencer. And I try to resolve it behind the scenes, but I'm a man at the end of the day. And if I come to you as a man and you guys start playing with my name and start making false allegations and doing the things that a normal person would perceive as going beyond and above.
So is this somebody that Cameron knows, or is this just a random person? Because how many other people took this enhancement and ended up with these same symptoms? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section.
The approach of what will be considered something that's a normal capacity of how you treat someone, I'm for it. You're not disrespect me because you're a multi-millionaire and you're famous and all this and that. It's not going to happen. So it is what it is, no pun at this point. If you think that you're the only guy that has tenacity and you want to flaunt your money and hire your attorneys, it is what it is. I'm not backing down from somebody who I did nothing to. And you guys are trying to embarrass me and defame me and to shame me from taking a product. That's kind of embarrassing. You got to be on the national platform talking about, I wanted to try a libido booster. Okay, well, I did. But the fact that you have gone out your way, even in that letter, to try and defame me and said, we'll go even further and hire news agencies and do such and such. For what? What did I do to you?
Right. Absolutely
nothing. But tell the truth. But instead of being a man or men and standing 10 toes and saying, you know what, we messed up. As you heard in the audio, he said Matt Middleton stated, this has been an eye-opening experience, correct?
Right. I did hear that for myself.
So why not stand on that? Because I don't agree to the amount that you want to give me to walk away, per se. I didn't just ask for money. I asked for other tangibles for you to fix and correct. And just to compound the way that they seem not to care, Doggy, I haven't seen one change in that product since this occurred in October 2025 and they've been notified. From what I see, they've operated in the same capacity and haven't changed anything and just kept it moving. So on October 17th, I can't remember what day I sent the letter. We sent the letter to their attorney. If you go to their website, and I have the original version, they changed it. But as soon as they found out I was in the hospital and my medical stuff, they took all the pink horsepower off the website. There's a October 25th to our customers letter on their website right now. And they put that up a couple of days after they got my notice about being hospitalized after taking it. What I believe they did was whatever they were doing, they went back and they kind of probably recalibrated what they had in it or might have had in it and then put it back out. That's my opinion.
Right.
But why would you put a letter up to all our consumers about pre-existing orders? You're going to get yours, but moving forward, blah, blah, blah. You pretty much just took it off the market. You did your own recall and you put a notice up 3 or 4 days later. Make it make sense.
Understood. All right. So I guess you'll update me on what happens from there so I can update the audience. I appreciate your call. And I appreciate you. So make sure you update me of all the litigation that takes place, any settlements or any furtherance or anything that y'all need to do to make this to settle all this. All right.
Well, what I will do is I'll send you over a copy of the criminal arrest warrant application, and I think you got the email from Fannie Willis.
Right, I do have that as well.
So I'll send you over because he has a hearing coming up for the criminal warrant arrest application that was filed through her office, through the clerk's office and the DA. Actually, which I don't think people really understand. This isn't coming from just like an assistant district attorney. That email was from Fannie Willis herself.
I saw it. I did see it.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. Thank you very much. Like I said, just keep me updated.
Appreciate your time.
Yep. All right. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Thank you, man. Let people know. Be careful.
Okay.
Thank you.
And y'all heard the man. Let people know. Be careful. Stop being gullible out here. So y'all heard it from the horse's mouth. Pink horsepower is no good. Will we see other people come forward in the near future? Never know. But y'all like, share, subscribe. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds TV. That was just some educational, news to give to people, because it seems like nowadays people are so gullible, and you have a lot of people that's just money hungry. So it might be your own family that do you dirty. You gotta pay attention to your circle. Shout out to Hassan Campbell for saying that. I know a lot of people gonna be mad at me for quoting that, but hey, you gotta pay attention to people. Do we know if he was friends with Cameron? Do we know that or not? We don't know, but y'all like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm not gonna do too much rambling. We the People TV. Hey, and all y'all people that's in here, man, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. I need some more subscribers, man.